A green water monster is staring with drooling eyes on a girl sitting next to the swamp and scratching her head. A girl sitting next to the swamp. The monster looked around and saw that no one was around. Directly towards the direction of the girl, swam madly in the direction of the girl. Just when the monster thought he could get the beauty, a crayfish quietly climbed onto the monster's shoulder. After the monster heard the information of the crayfish, expression actually frozen instantly. Then the monster sniffed hard with his nose. It turned out that the girl's body had a special smell. The monster could not stand it. The angry water monster immediately turned his face and began to attack the girl on the shore. Fortunately, my companions who were hiding in the shadows were prepared, rushing out to suppress the monster's agitation. It turned out that the monster was the friend the Demon King was looking for. That is, the legendary water god, because only he could help them get through the path they must take to find the magic sword, River of Death. And the water god looks reluctant, should be dissatisfied with the girl just now off. After the old lady finished muttering, seems to have thought of an excellent solution. He put a small bottle of magic potion. He sprinkled a small bottle of magic potion on a dried apple pot. Then a magical scene happened. The core of the apple turned into a fresh apple. Without saying a word, the old lady picked up the apple and took a bite. Immediately afterwards, a graceful and mature woman. The woman appeared in front of the water god. Look at the expression of the god of water. I know that the god of water liked this taste. Thus, under the spur of the beautiful woman, several people succeeded in taking the god of water, continued to embark on the journey to find the magic sword. And at the same time, the queen who had been chasing after them also came to the swamp with her people. The queen used her magic whip to reach into the water. The water in the swamp instantly boiled up. The little lobster that was boiled red all over. Lobster had to tell the direction of several people. On the other hand, several people trekked through the mountains, finally arrived at the River of Death, faced with countless huge piranhas in the river state. This time it was finally the turn of the water god to play its role. The two ladies put the water god into the river, waiting for the water god to perform. Did it really work? It can't be. This River of Death is no longer under the jurisdiction of the water gods. The piranhas in the river do not take this water god seriously. Disgraced, the water god had to slippery into a well. And at that moment, the queen's army had surrounded the place. Several people had no way to escape. They also had to jump into the well together, and through the soaking of the well water, the old woman also regained her original appearance. This made the water god, who was already disgraced, feel even more. The clown was actually himself, although with a heart full of resentment. But if this continues, all of them would die. The god of water hesitated for a moment. Then he dived into the water with a jerk. Then he opened his mouth and sucked all the water from the well, all sucked into his stomach. Several people came to the bottom of the well as the water fell. They found that there was an exit to escape. Several people are ready to take the water god to leave together. The god of water had sucked too much water from the well, can no longer move half a step. At the moment of crisis, the god of water decided to sacrifice himself with his own body to buy some people time to escape. The situation is urgent. A few people in a fond farewell after all left the bottom of the well. Only the water god left with the last ounce of strength, blocking the exit. The queen had already followed him to the bottom of the well. Seeing this evil woman, the water god spat a large mouthful of water on the queen's face, the face he had just lost. At this moment is also considered to get back. The angry queen directly, both sides of the water god instantly turned into a stone statue, and a large amount of water from the well lost the control of the water god. All from the body of the petrified water god gushed out. But even so, a few people didn't get very far. They were caught by the queen's army. The queen led Ivan and the others, finally arrived at the place where the magic sword was hidden, and the powerful magic sword was hidden among the scrap metal, right under the queen's whip couch. Ivan picked up a wooden stick. The ordinary wooden stick in Ivan's hand turned into a sword with a dazzling light. That's right, the legendary magic sword that contains great power finally appeared. Ivan swung the sword. Powerful power was instantly unleashed.